A country in crisis amidst the fight for justice. Today we'll talk with Indiana Senator Mike Braun, Congressman Andre Carson and Jim Banks, congressional candidate Christina Hale, and State Senator Eddie Melton. Plus, what happens next after the Indiana primary? Will we see more long lines and issues with absentee ballots in the fall? It's all ahead this Sunday in Focus.
Exploring the issues that matter most in Indiana. This is In Focus with Dan Spieler.
Couple of really defining moments from this past week here in Indianapolis. After a difficult weekend, police coming together with protesters walking arm in arm. The same day, this happened in Washington, D.C. After protesters were forcibly cleared from the area, the president walking from the White House to a nearby church that had been burned the day before. We'll be talking a lot about these two moments. And this morning, we start in Washington, where we're getting a lot of reaction this week from our congressional delegation. D.C. correspondent Trevor Shirley has more.
Representative Andre Carson isn't surprised by the protesters' intensity.
And I think what we're seeing is decades of frustration, decades of religious discrimination, decades of police brutality.
He hopes lawmakers at all levels get the message.
What I'd like to see come out of this is that more elected officials will listen to those who have expressed themselves.
Senator Mike Braun says much of the change demonstrators want must start locally.
And I'm throwing the challenge out there to law enforcement across the country to look at your procedures, your protocols, so that this doesn't keep repeating itself. I was glad the president came out and cited the fact that the underlying event was horrific.
But Senator Braun disagreed with the president's threat to use active military forces to stop protesters.
What you use in terms of law enforcement, I think it should be at the local, state level, the National Guard if you need it, and not beyond it.
Representative Jim Banks thinks the coronavirus and the shuttered economy have added to the intensity of the protests.
It's made this situation far more difficult than it would have been otherwise.
He says if America is to have a discussion on racism and division, it needs its churches and workplaces open.
Those are the institutions that bring America together.
In a statement, Banks also said the president's walk to a church after demonstrators were cleared by force, quote, was one of the best and inspiring moments of this presidency. Carson disagreed.
You could have put a comic book in his hand. He probably wouldn't have known the difference. And I think that he's so concerned about symbols, he's lacking the substance that's needed to bring about real change.
Organizers promise the protests in Washington and around the country will continue this week. Reporting in Washington, I'm Trevor Shirley for In Focus.
Senator Todd Young wouldn't say much about this week's news, including the scathing words from Secretary Jim Mattis. Young said, as a fellow Marine, I know that General Mattis and others will respect the fact that I'm not going to get in the middle of a row between the president and his former defense secretary. Candidate for Governor Woody Myers said, I call upon Governor Holcomb to publicly stand with these military leaders, as well as religious and community leaders, to reject the president's threat to send active military units into states that haven't requested them, including Indiana. Myers said, quote, we need peace, not war. Speaking of the governor, let's turn now to Birchelle Edmé, who's been talking with the governor's office and with Indiana lawmakers about the response at the state level. Birchelle?
The governor says more can be done toward protesters' call for police reform and equality. He also touted the hate crimes bill as a step toward that progress, but he did not offer policy solutions. And when asked about the black community's lack of faith in him and lawmakers, he referred to a growing list of initiatives.
We have to do a better job, me, the legislature, everyone, regardless of your race, of making communities aware of the resources that are there. Our collective conscience has been awakened to the point to where we need to all have a list. Folks need to be, myself included, and I do have actually, but I want to add to it, obviously.
We've moved past the time for making a list. We're talking about issues that we as a community have been faced with for decades. Issues of police brutality, of racism. We need a total reconstruction or redesign of the criminal justice system.
Friday, the governor's office responded with his general statewide 2020 plan for the economy, workforce and education, plus public health. The Indiana Black Legislative Caucus did share its specific list. It includes an executive order to immediately ban chokeholds in Indiana. If the governor does not act, they're urging local leaders to adopt this policy. The Black Caucus also calls on the governor to launch a statewide criminal justice commission. You can find that full list and the governor's next level agenda online.
Okay, Birchelle, thank you so much. This week we are also hearing from Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett, who spoke with us about the situation downtown last weekend.
Other than a few moments when things did get a bit chaotic, I think for the most part, they've done their best at keeping the peace.
More than 100 people were arrested in downtown Indianapolis last weekend. The mayor did face some questions about why he did not enact a curfew last Saturday night. But then on Monday, a much different scene outside the governor's residence.
What this shows is we can work together. We can do things peacefully, right? All right.
Police walking arm in arm with those protesting the deaths of George Floyd and Dre'Shaun Reed, ending some potentially tense moments Monday evening. Deputy Mayor David Hampton was there. He spoke about what happened and the lasting impact of that moment with our Fanchon Stinger.
As a black man, as a father, I think we all want the same things ultimately, black or white, and that is we want to improve the conditions of our society. I think everybody is exhausted and tired of racism and systematic injustice and inequity. If we can change policies, if we can help to improve relations, if we can help to, reform police policies and anything that would help to bridge gaps and chasms in our society, this is the prime time to do that. I think no one needs to be on the sidelines right now. We all need to get in this fight for the good.
You can see more of that interview with the deputy mayor on our website. Well, we are your